In this video, we'll demonstrate the proper procedure for installing the GE Appliances IM5D Icemaker. Aside from the product contents, you will need a few tools to complete this task. Please reference the installation instructions included with the kit. Before beginning, first disconnect the refrigerator from power by unplugging or turning off the circuit breaker. Then move the refrigerator away from the wall, as you will need access to both the front and back. And if your refrigerator is already connected to a water source, you must turn the supply off as well. Now you can begin installation of your IM5D Icemaker. First, you must remove the freezer door for easy access. Pull the freezer door open to full extension. Then remove the screws connecting the door to the slide mechanism. There will be 3 screws on both sides. Once detached, lift the freezer door off the slide mechanism and set aside, careful not to scratch the surface. Next, remove the freezer drawer. Fully extend the top freezer drawer until you can lift it up and out of the compartment. Then push the bottom basket until it self-retracts back into place. Now check for an Icemaker water line. This would be located on the back of your refrigerator. If your refrigerator is already equipped with a water line, you can skip to step 9. If not, remove the sticker that states "Remove only to install water fill tube." Inside the freezer, you will see a wire harness access cover. Use a flathead screwdriver to remove this cover. Then pull the wire harness out of this pocket. To install the Icemaker waterline assembly, push the waterline all the way through the freezer pocket and then connect the 2 terminals. Once connected, tuck the harness back inside the pocket. Push the connector into the pocket, directing it towards the front of the refrigerator. Slide the plastic cover towards the back side into the lip on the pocket until it hinges, and then push the front end of the cover upwards to snap it into place. From the back of the refrigerator, insert the water line through the plug that came with the kit. Then press the plug firmly into the port on the back of the refrigerator. A new dual water valve must replace the original water valve. Remove the 7 screws that hold the compressor compartment access cover in place. Set the screws and cover aside for reinstallation to ensure proper refrigerator operation. Make sure the water is turned off at the shutoff valve before proceeding. Now, disconnect the main water line from the valve. Next, remove the screw connecting the old water valve to the cabinet. Then remove the old valve and disconnect the terminal. Then remove the snap ring from that valve. While pushing in on the quick connect, pull the J-shaped tube out of the old water valve. The old valve and snap ring can now be discarded. Take the new dual valve and connect the J-shaped water line into the white port past the black mark. Insert the Icemaker water line from the refrigerator into the black port just past the black mark. Connect the 2 wiring harnesses in the cabinet to the new valve. Then attach the new valve to the refrigerator. Remove the protective cap from the valve, and then connect the main water line. In order to connect the Icemaker to the main water line, you must remove the original straight connector between the water lines. Then connect the water lines using the Y connector from the kit. Next, reinstall the access panel using the screws that were removed earlier. Inside the freezer, you'll see 2 outlets which may have outlet covers. If your model has outlet covers, remove them with a flathead screwdriver. Now you have access to the Icemaker's power cord, which is located inside the rectangular outlet. Next, install the Icemaker fill cup onto the new Icemaker. The kit will also come with 2 ice buckets, one for regular-sized freezers and a smaller bucket for counter-depth models. Install the appropriately sized ice bucket in the left side of the freezer basket, temporarily upside down with the taller end toward the rear of the basket. You can place the ice maker on top for added support as you plug in the terminals. Connect the 6-pin connector first. Then connect the 4-pin connector. Align the ice maker with the mounting pins on the freezer wall. Then slide the ice maker back so that the fill tube fits inside the fill cup. Make sure that the hole for the mounting screw aligns with the hole in the freezer sidewall. Then install the self-tapping screw from the kit. Next, remove the ice bucket from the basket. To make room in the freezer for the new ice maker, you must remove the freezer drawer corner piece. You can do this by pulling the 3 tabs out and then up while pushing down on the back of the drawer. Then simply pull the side flange out while lifting on the corner piece. Next, pull the lower basket and slide mechanism to full extension. Then remove the basket resting on the sides. Align the freezer door with the tabs on the bracket slides with the square holes in the slide mechanisms. And replace the attachment screws. After the screw is flush, give it a 1/4 to 1/2 turn to ensure it is tight. Now you can reinstall the freezer basket. On some models, you may need to open the refrigerator doors and remove the interior shelf so that it will fit. Place freezer basket back onto the slide brackets. Then make sure the freezer door opens and closes without resistance. Reinstall the freezer drawer by placing the rear drawer wheels onto the top of the rack mounted to the side of the freezer walls. Then place the ice bucket in the drawer. Turn the water on at the shutoff valve and tighten any connections that leak. Then reconnect power to the refrigerator and move the refrigerator back into place. And finally, turn the ice maker on. Now that your IM5D Icemaker is installed, it may take up to 24 hours to produce ice. For genuine replacement parts, shop now at geapplianceparts.com. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates, recipes, and more.